Trump's government downsizing plans are moving forward at an unprecedented pace, with a second wave of mass layoffs expected today. This is the biggest federal workforce reduction in modern American history, and it's happening right under our noses. The Trump administration, with Elon Musk leading the charge through his Department of Government Efficiency, has ordered federal agencies to submit massive downsizing blueprints by yesterday's deadline. Let's break down what's actually happening here. On February 11th, Trump signed an executive order directing all agencies to prepare for what he called large-scale reductions in force. That's government speak for mass layoffs. The Office of Personnel Management followed up with a memo demanding significant reduction of full-time staff, real estate cuts, smaller budgets, and elimination of functions not mandated by law. The numbers are staggering. The Department of Veterans Affairs is targeting over 80,000 worker cuts. The Department of Education announced Tuesday it would lay off nearly half its 4,000 employees. The Social Security Administration plans to cut 7,000 workers, the very people who ensure millions of Americans receive their benefits. Even the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which provides our weather forecasts, is planning to lay off more than 1,000 workers. This is happening while financial markets are already on edge about Trump's global trade war. Stocks tumbled again yesterday over fears his policies could trigger a recession. The timing couldn't be worse. But there's resistance building. Several agencies have offered employees lump sum payments to voluntarily retire early, hoping to avoid the legal complications that come with forced layoffs. Federal employee unions have vowed to fight these cuts in court, and they're already seeing some success. Just yesterday, two separate federal judges delivered significant blows to the administration's downsizing efforts. In San Francisco, Judge William Alsup ordered the reinstatement of probationary workers who had been dismissed at 6 major departments. Hours later in Maryland, Judge James Bridar directed the administration to reinstate tens of thousands of recently hired federal workers, agreeing with 20 Democrat-led states that the mass firings violated federal regulations. The White House has vowed to challenge these rulings, but they represent the largest legal setbacks yet for Trump and Musk's downsizing plans. However, these court victories only protect probationary employees, those with less than 2 years on the job. Career employees facing termination in this new round of cuts remain vulnerable. What we're witnessing is a fundamental reshaping of the federal government. Trump promised to drain the swamp, and with Musk as his efficiency czar, he's attempting to deliver on that promise through massive workforce reductions. Supporters argue this will create a leaner, more efficient government. Critics warn it will cripple essential services Americans depend on daily. The impacts will be far-reaching. Veterans may face longer wait times for benefits and health care. Social Security recipients could experience delays in processing claims or resolving issues. Weather forecasting capabilities might be compromised during hurricane season. Education programs could see reduced oversight and support. And then there's the human cost. Tens of thousands of dedicated public servants suddenly without jobs, many in communities where federal employment is a major economic driver. This is happening fast. The administration is moving with remarkable speed, perhaps aware that legal challenges will mount and political opposition will grow stronger as the November election approaches. By implementing these cuts quickly, they create facts on the ground that would be difficult for any future administration to reverse. What's particularly notable is how much authority Trump has delegated to Musk, a private citizen with no previous government experience. The tech billionaire's Department of Government Efficiency operates with extraordinary latitude to recommend which agencies and functions should be downsized or eliminated entirely. As this second wave of layoffs rolls out today, we're witnessing a historic transformation of the federal workforce, one that will reverberate through government services, the economy, and communities across America for years to come. The question remains whether this represents necessary streamlining of bloated bureaucracy or a dangerous dismantling of essential government functions. The answer likely depends on your political perspective, but the scale and speed of these changes are undeniable. For millions of Americans who rely on federal services and the hundreds of thousands who provide them, today marks a pivotal moment in the relationship between citizens and their government. As the courts continue to weigh in and agencies implement their downsizing plans, the full impact of this massive government restructuring will gradually become clear. What is certain is that the federal government that emerges from this process will look dramatically different from the one we've known for generations.